Hello and welcome to Chat with the Chief. I'm Roxanne Vainuku, Public Information Officer for the West Valley City Police Department. And this is West Valley City Police Chief Lee Russo. Chat with the Chief is your chance to ask the Chief about questions that you have about the police department, safety in your neighborhood, anything really that you'd like to ask. And one of the questions, Chief, that we have come up is what's going on in my neighborhood specifically? People like to know exactly what's going on where they live. What's a good resource for that?
Well, certainly number one is your community association, a block watch program that you might have, talking amongst neighbors about what's going on. From the police department side, we do have a series of things that you can tap into. We do host a monthly meeting on the third Wednesday of every month. We've talked about that before in this programming. We share information in that meeting about crime, what citizens can do about crime, and also answer any local concerns. In addition to that, we have a service that is provided free through the internet. It's Raids Online, and you can actually log into it, enter your address, enter West Valley City, and you can see a picture of what kind of crime is happening in the city and where it is happening. With the Raids Online system, which is free to you, you can go through our website at www.wvcpd.com and choose the link for Raids Online. Once you get to Raids Online, you can enter in your address or you can enter in West Valley City and come up with a map. Now, in looking at this particular map, you can see just from the color coding symbols that we take a look and say the blue areas are where lesser crimes are happening, and the more intense the activity becomes or more concentrated it becomes in relationship to one another or distant, you'll see these hot spots develop. These are the things that in the police department we look at. This is where we direct resources. We look at what's going on in this area and what do we need to do about it. In addition, you can look at these spots and you can say, you know, this might be an area I go shopping in, so I need to be on alert when I get into a zone like this. Or in my neighborhood, a cluster of activity and what's happening there. Now, if you really have an interest, you can go one step further, where up in this window you see it says sign up for crime alerts. With a crime alert, you can actually enter in your name, your email, contact information with your address, and you can select a distance, 1,000 feet from my home, half a mile, and so on. And you will get an alert anytime a crime is reported within that zone. In addition to that, you can choose what kind of crimes or incidents you want to be notified of. Homicides, robberies, burglaries, for instance. And you can customize to what you want to see.
A lot of great information in this map, and that's one of the key things we want people to know. We want people to be informed about what's going on in their communities.
Absolutely. Information is power. In reality, you want to be aware not only of what's going on your block, but what's happening on the blocks next to you, even in the neighborhood next to you. So when there is a problem, that you understand and can look for it. So if it shows up, you can defend yourself.
Absolutely. Not just fighting crimes, but preventing crimes, a key goal for the West Valley City Police Department. Now, if you have a question that you'd like to send to the Chief, we'd love to hear from you. You can email him at chief@wvcpd.com. You can track us down on Facebook. We're at WVCPD, on Twitter as well, and we'd love to hear from you and hear your questions and have the Chief answer them.